Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Tight end left. Hey, boys, we got four down. Ready. We ready? Switch. 5-8. 58, right over there.
To throw is Breeze. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Quan Alexander able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
We got three.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, it's really easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Let's go now. My 50. Ready. Let's go.
Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it third down.
Let's go. It's time to play. Double tight, guys. Green, triple C. Hey, 4 down. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, back 52.
Out of his end zone, Winston. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now to keep all the work he's getting.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He wasn't ready.
Back now in Tampa.
Hey, we are ready. Yellow waiting. Ready, what's that?
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Saints on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Yellow waiting. 5 down. Stand up in.
Breeze down to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Bucs now. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is MVP candidates, right? Best games we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense is just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Jameis now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
3rd and long for Winston. And that's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Jones. Down right around the 25. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Green, Trevor C.
On 3rd down, blitz coming, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one point and a defensive player at the other, and they just locked people down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here?
Good set, good
The
set,
punter
good set.
doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does he got to get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here we go.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try to score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Let's go now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
50. Push that up. Ready to go.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down right about the 20. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Your trip ends here, baby. Your trip ends here.
On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Set now to kick this one away, and goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
We're waiting.
don't forget today. Don't forget. Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Even. 4 down. Even. Ready. Yellow weighty. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Saints on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
4 down, 4 down. Alert. Good set, good set, good set. Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down. Right there, 55.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, 2.
55. Now Breeze got to have this one. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Tampa Bay, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Saints, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.